everybody. Welcome to Melissa's Creations Live. We are here for our 10th episode already. Can you even believe it? I am so excited to be here today. There's only one more Wednesday before Christmas. Can you believe that? One more Wednesday before Christmas. That means one more episode of Melissa's Creations Live before the holiday season, and I'm pretty sure I won't be broadcasting live on the Wednesday after Christmas. I will do my best to try and be there to post something, but I don't think I'll be able to go live. My husband and I have a lot of plans after Christmas, so we'll see how that goes. But I am still going to make sure that I try and post for you guys so that you can still see some great projects. Speaking of great projects, I have an amazing project for you guys today. I recently redid my Jamberry nail wraps, and I'll show you a close-up of those real quick. This is rose gold with the Sicily wrap on my ring finger there. So pretty, and this inspired me to do the card that we are going to be doing today. I can't wait to show you guys. So let's get started. I'm going to switch you guys around real quick so that you can see. As you pop on, please say hi, hello, let me know where you're from. I love to give you guys shout outs. I'm just monitoring over here on my laptop. If my connection gets weak, just refresh your browser. I will be back, I promise. So let's get started on this fantastic card. I can't wait to show you. Give me a second while I turn you guys around. All right. Can everybody hear me okay? Can you see everything? Hopefully we are good to go. Here is that gorgeous, gorgeous card. The sentiment says, "I'm lucky to have a good friend like you." And it is done in the rose gold. Well, it's rose gold to me, but this is actually the Blushing Bride Glimmer paper. So gorgeous. Hello, Laura. Thank you. Yes, aren't those fantastic? I love this wrap so much. So pretty. Hello, Carrie from Minnesota. Laura's from Massachusetts. So great that you guys are joining me today for this beautiful card. So I am using some new products from the Occasions catalog. Lovely, lovely. This is called Special Reason, and it is bundled with the Stylish Stems Framelits dies. Hello, Jacqueline from South Carolina. Yay, I'm so excited to have you guys here. So I'm not actually using many stamps. I'm just using this outline here, as well as one of the sentiments, and that would be this right here. There are some gorgeous sentiments on here. I love this set so much. And I am actually using quite a few of the framelits. We're using both of these and these two pieces here. So, oh yeah, and this one and this one. So we're using quite a few framelits. That's pretty much the star of the show today. So as I was looking at the Sicily wrap on my Jamberry nails here, it is a clear wrap, so you can kind of see through it to the rose gold underneath. And that's how I got the inspiration for this here. Hi, Rebecca. Thanks for joining. I was just saying how I got my inspiration from my wraps to make this card here. And so you can see through this framelit into the background, which is my beautiful Blushing Bride Glimmer, which reminds me of rose gold. I mean, that looks pretty similar to me. In person, this is much rosier in person than it is probably on the camera. So let's dive in and get started. I have all of my materials pre-cut, but I do want to show you guys a couple of tips on how I did this. Hello, Niece from Florida. Oh, thank you. So glad to have you here. So I've pre-cut all of my items already, and I've pre-stamped to save some time, but I think I do want to show you guys a couple of tips on how to cut this guy out and make sure he gets nice and beautimous. I just love it. I think he's so pretty. So let's just kind of start from scratch here. I'm going to move some of my things out of the way. Hopefully I remember where I put everything, and I'm going to grab some scrap paper here. Okay, so I have some Whisper White scrap, and I already have my pieces mounted here. So I'm going to do some stamping with my Blushing Bride ink. Hello, Cindy. Thank you for joining today. So glad you made it. So we're going to stamp this down off to the bottom here. And we do want to make sure we leave a little bit of room around the perimeter because we will be cutting it out on the Big Shot with the framelits. And then we have our sentiment. Which way does it go? This way. No. Well, it doesn't matter. Even if it's upside down, we can fix it after we cut it out. So we're going to just put that right in the middle, just like that. And that's all the stamping that we're doing today. The rest is magic on the Big Shot. So let's bring in our favorite tool. Yes, that's right. Our favorite die cutting machine. And I have the magnetic platform on. Now I highly recommend the magnetic platform when you are working with something detailed that you want to make sure doesn't move when you cut it. So I'm going to grab my framelits, and the first two I'm going to use are for the label right here. And I'm going to cut these out at the same time. So with my magnetic platform, it makes it super easy. I can just line this guy up right where I want him, and then I can put the other one right in the middle. And the trick to this is to cover up your stamped image with the little framelit in the middle, and then try to get an even amount of spacing around with your other piece. Okay. So we'll run that through real quick, and it does double duty for us. It cuts two things out at once, which I love. So you can see here, after I get this guy off, it's cut out our frame for us, and it's also cut out our sentiment. So you can use one or both or none at all. I decided to use both on my card today, and I kind of layered it like this, but you could do a lot of different things with this. So much fun. So I'll set that aside for a moment, and let's get into cutting out our gorgeous stars of the show. Those are the detailed thinlits out of this set. So put these guys back, and I'm going to use this one, and these two. All right, let's see if I have enough room to do all of it on this scrap of paper. I might. I want to make sure that I do give myself enough border so that I can cut around it with this. So I think I might do one at a time to see how it goes. I have a piece of dryer sheet here. This is gently used. And by that, I mean, I had it in my dryer under one cycle, and then I took it out with my laundry. And I find that putting this actually on top of your cardstock, but underneath your die, helps so much with these detailed, intricate dies like this. So I'm just going to set that right there, run that through. And I'm actually going to run it through 3 times. So there's 1, here's 2, and 1 more through this end here. And then you can see that it basically cuts all the way through to the dryer sheet. That's okay. I'm not worried about that. But when I pick up my paper, my cardstock, all those pieces just fall right out. I don't have to, you know, try to poke them out, or I don't have to use a die brush or anything, although that die brush is a fantastic tool, let me tell you. So now that I have that part done, let me get these little bits off of my cutting pad. I desperately need some new cutting pads. Can you tell? They are just a mess. So now I'm going to bring in this framelit, and we're going to put him right on top. Let me see if I can get this lined up here. There we go, right there. So I'm just going to put that right on top, make sure it's all centered and beautiful, and then I can just run that through one time. cracking is perfectly normal. It still kind of scares me every time it happens, but that is just what it does. That is normal. And then we have this gorgeous overlay left. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm not going to do the small one because it's the same process, just with the other dies. So I can get this out of the way and we can get our card all assembled. It's a really simple card. It just has a few materials and it goes together really quickly. So the first thing I want to do is grab my Whisper White Organza ribbon. And I am going to take some snail, and I'm just going to put a tiny bit on the end. And then I'm going to stick it right down to my grid paper, just like this, okay? Now, I'm going to take some of our tear and tape adhesive, and I'm going to run that right down the middle of that ribbon. And you want to try to keep it as straight as possible, and you might have to do a little bit of Twister. You remember that game, Twister? And I'm just going to run that straight down the middle, trying to keep the ribbon as straight as I can, because I want this to stick very well to that glimmer paper. And I find that this is the best method for me to do that. So now I can pick that up, and you can use temporary adhesive, a glue dot, whatever you want, just something to stick it down so that it helps you to get this tape on that ribbon. So now just go up about, oh, I don't know, 1.5 inches or so, wherever you'd like it to be. And if you want to use your grid paper to line it up, you can certainly do that. I'm going to put it up here. Okay, so now I have that stuck to the front. Wrap it around the back. Grab your snips and trim it off. Lovely, so pretty. Okay, now I am going to take some mini glue dots. I'm going to take my frame, and we're just going to do one here. Oh, thanks, Cindy. Yeah, I think that tip for the ribbon, especially on this organza ribbon, it works really well for our ruched ribbons and any ribbon that it has a more solid look to it. If it was all organza, you'd be able to see the tape, but since there's that white line on the ribbon, we're golden. So now I'm just going to take a glue dot on either side of this frame, and I don't care if it shows on the inside. You can kind of see how the glue dot here shows on the inside. That doesn't bother me at all because it's pretty much going to be covered up anyway. So I'm going to offset this here, like so, and then I'm going to grab some dimensionals. You guys know how much I love my dimensionals, don't you? Yes, you do. All right, putting down some dimensionals, 2 on the back of my sentiment. And then I'm just going to pop that up right here. I just love how it has that little bit of dimension. So, you know, it just gives it a different look. Rather than being flat, I just really like how it just pops it up just slightly. All right, so now I can go ahead and glue this down to my card base. This is just a standard card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored in the middle at 4 1/4. I'm going to give that a crease with my bone folder to make a nice line here. And you can certainly pop this up with dimensionals if you'd like, but I do want this piece to be relatively mailable. Where's my... Come on now. It's not coming out. That is so weird. All right, let's go a different route. I don't have my fast fuse out, so I'm going to use some of our multi-purpose liquid glue. Love this stuff. And I'm just going to smear that all around the back. And this is also great because it is forgiving. Gives you a few seconds to fiddle around with your placement before you're committed. So that looks pretty good. We'll let that hang out and get happy with itself. And now I'm going to just grab my large acrylic block and I'm just going to kind of press that down for a second while we get our other pieces ready. Okay, now I've lost my little one. Where's my little guy? Oh no. Do you guys see it? Where's my little guy? Did he fall down somewhere? Uh-oh. Well, I guess I might just be using the 2 large pieces instead of my little one. Oh my gosh, so funny. Oh, you know what? Here it is right here. I need a darker work surface so I don't lose my white pieces. How funny is that? All right, so I'm going to grab my fine tip glue pen, and it doesn't take much. Just do a few little doubles here and there. So we'll put a little dab there. And, you know, I am not worrying if I'm getting it on the other side. You know, I mean, obviously you want to try not to, but if a little bit gets on the other side, it's not the end of the world, because the glimmer paper is the star of the show, and that's where everyone's eyes will gravitate. So just a few doubles here and there. And then I'm going to put this up here. Give it a light press. It will not seem like it wants to stick, but put that acrylic block back over it while you glue up your other pieces and give it a minute or 2. It'll be just fine. And we'll glue this one. And I think actually on this card, since I cut out that other piece, that other large flower, I'm going to put that one on here too. I think that's going to look so pretty having 3 on there. All right, so I'm going to put this piece down here. Okay, put that block back on. And then I'm going to overhang this one, but then I'm going to trim it off. I'll tell you what I mean in a second. Let me get the rest of this glue on here. Just, you know, spread it around some of the big points where the petals join together. I love this die so much. This is from the New Occasions catalog. It will be available for customers to purchase starting November. Oh my goodness, where am I? Starting January 4th. If you're a demonstrator, you can already purchase these. And if you're interested in joining my team, you can add these to your starter kit. Fantastic, fantastic time to join. You can add all of the year-end closeout items to your kit that you want. You can customize it as much as you'd like. And you can also add your occasions items to it, which is amazing. So while this is still kind of hanging out, I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to trim that right off at the edge, like that. And if you want, you could even glue this piece down here. You know, you can put this little extra bit wherever you'd like. I'm going to leave it like this for now, though, and put that block back over it just so that I make sure I give it enough time to stick down to itself. I did that same thing with these, and you can see they're not going anywhere. They are on this card to stay. So make sure you use your fine tip glue pen on these intricate dies and you will do just fine. It will be fantastic. So that's it, you guys. That's my inspiration. My Jamberry nail wraps inspired this card. I'm calling it my special reason rose gold card. I love it. I am such a big fan of rose gold right now. I just, it's so delicious. Cindy says it's under the big one. Cindy found it. Yes, thank you, Cindy. And he says, love the glimmer paper. The glitter does not rub off. No, yeah. You know, I get a couple of little pieces here and there, but not enough to actually worry about anything. And you know what? I'm such a glitteraholic anyway. If I get bling on me at the end of the day, I am happy. So much fun. I'll turn you guys around and I have a few things to go over and then that will wrap up. So give me a moment while I resituate you guys. There we go. Okay. So, oh, my big shots in my chair. Hold on. Yay. You guys get to see a little bit more of my craft room. I'm trying to get my craft room tour video going. And as you guys know, it's so hard to get a craft room video up because you don't want to post until everything looks nice, and my room is always a mess. That's just how creative it is. All right, Cindy, thank you so much for joining. The weather is threatening to make our drive home icy. Oh, where are you guys? I hope you guys have safe travels. Let me know when you get home. I'll talk to you soon. And Bobby says, awesome and very pretty. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Bobby. Yes, I adore this card. And I know the sentiment's backwards now, but just look at how much that shines. I love it. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, so that is my card for today. Using the Special Reason bundle from the New Occasions catalog. Can't wait, so exciting. It's snowing here too. Well, it snowed last night. We got about 4 to 5 inches of snow, and I loved going out this morning and playing in it a little bit. I took my dog out to go potty, and now we're starting to... Oh, sorry about that. I got a phone call, so I'll wrap it up here. It's starting to, go away now, so hopefully everything will be still pretty, but I have a feeling it's going to get slushy pretty soon. So that's it for today. I will be back next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after Christmas, I will not be live. I will still try and get some videos up for you guys. So hopefully we can continue all of the wonderful fun and videos and everything. I have some new projects with some new materials that I've made that I am pre-recording so many videos today. So hopefully I'll have content for you guys while I am away for the Christmas holiday. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you have any questions on any of the products I used, or if you want to talk to me about joining Stampin' Up, I would love to talk to you about that. You can also visit my website at melissascreations.com, and don't forget to follow me over on my Facebook page, facebook.com/mcreations. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye! Did it? Oh, there we go. I always miss that button. Okay, bye for reals.